Hi guys, good morning to my advanced students. All right, so as you know, this week class is a little bit different and everything is going to be online this week. So everything you need will be on YouTube, okay? So, and any questions, do not hesitate to ask me, okay? Now, as I said, as originally was planned, was to correct the Unit 6 review and the progress test 2. I will give you my email at the end of this video and you can email me and I will check your answers. You can either send a photograph or you can ask me for the answers and you can check for yourself. Okay, and then tell me how you've done. All right, so I'm keeping this very, very short. So I'll explain what we'll be doing today. Now, you are on page 70 and 71, but I'd like you to pay attention to page 158, which is looking at the review of conditionals. Now, with conditionals, there are four types. There is zero conditional, first conditional, second conditional, third conditional. Complicated as it may sound, it is normal. It is normal. It is very complicated, but it also can be very beneficial, especially when you are writing and when you are speaking. And there are many different songs that you may listen to in English which actually have these in context. First of all, I'm going to start off with zero conditional. Okay, so zero conditional, how do we form the zero conditional? Well, it is formed in the following way. Okay, so we have if plus present simple alongside with another present simple form of present simple in the main clause. Okay, so I'm writing this down just so to show you what I mean in the main clause. Hopefully this comes out the right way. Okay, so if plus present simple in the main clause. Okay, we use zero conditional, as you should know, to describe what we call a general idea. So describe a general idea. So for example, if you heat water, it boils. Or if you put ice in a drink, it cools it down. It's literally with zero conditional. Describing general ideas is in a way you're stating the obvious. You're stating quite the obvious there. But there are alternatives, a way to say this instead of if. You can say this in a different way. So for example, as you can see, if you look in page 158, which I should have mentioned before, you can say, if you look at the alternatives, instead of using if, you can say, unless they are cornered or startled, snakes do not normally attack people. It's true. As with most animals, that is actually a true fact. Moving swiftly on. First conditional. If, how do we form first conditional? Well, we form it with if, along with present simple, along with the future form in the main clause. Okay, so which is to describe a possible or likely in present or the future. So if I go running today, I will lose weight. Or if I walk my dog every day, he will see other dogs. It's that sort of way of doing it. So describe a likely or present, something that's likely to happen in the future. A good song actually to use with first conditional is It Will Rain by Bruno Mars. It is a very good one which was used in the Twilight soundtrack, but that's also a little bit of trivia for you. Okay? Second conditional. Personally, out of all the conditionals, this is my favourite. Okay, this is my favourite one to use. We use if, past simple, or past continuous with would or could, and its infinitive. which we use to talk about something or to give advice. So for example, if I were you, I wouldn't go out in that, I wouldn't go out in that, I wouldn't wear that outfit. Or if I said to my mum, if I were you, I wouldn't go out in that hat because I don't like it, for example. There's two ways. It's to talk about something and also to give advice. So there is a list there, so have a closer look at it when you are looking through. Then we have this one, which is also a little bit tricky to use, and that is third conditional. Third conditional uses if and past perfect with would or could have in past participle in the main clause. How do we describe third conditional? How do we use it? To describe something in the past that could have happened but didn't, or that shouldn't have happened but did. So as I was saying, shouldn't have happened but did. So here's an example sentence. I wouldn't have said anything about it if I'd had any idea he would make such a fuss. So I can go in two opposites. I can go have happened but didn't, or shouldn't have happened but did. It happens. Okay, just to point out in reference to second conditional, another good song is If I Were a Boy by Beyonce Knowles. That's another very good one to remember second conditional. A very common thing with conditionals, you have these conditionals, but there are tendencies when you get to higher levels, especially in advanced, that it goes into mixed conditionals. They happen in two ways. One, if an if clause referring to the past, with a main clause referring to the present or future. If I had finished my law degree, I would have probably been a lawyer now. Or, in the secondly, if an if clause referring to the present or future with a main clause referring to the past, if you don't like hot weather, you shouldn't have booked to go to, well, let's say Buenos Aires in July. Well, and that is showing you a difference in conditionals. You will have, however, when you're looking at this, I want you to complete the grammar reference activity for this, okay? And anything you complete there, you write your answers and then you'll submit them to me by email, which I will check. Looking at what you are doing on page 70 and 71, I need you to pay very close attention to this. You need to complete the following activities. Activities 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. So I'm going to repeat that again. We need you to complete activity 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. You take your time through these activities. For the audio, the scripts are in the back of the book. Okay, so read through them and answer the questions. Okay? Because at the moment, unfortunately, I do not have the listings at hand. Okay? So, there is one thing I want to finish off with before I wrap this up. Collocations. Okay? Collocations you also have to do page 71, 11, and 12. But I want to finish this video off with a language tip. Remember that the most common type of mixed conditional is when we mix second and third conditional together. So for example, if I hadn't bought that expensive phone, I would still have some money left. However, we use third conditional to convey some idea or another meaning. So if I hadn't bought that expensive phone, I would have still had some money left. Yeah? Okay. So, as I say, to emphasize again, the third conditional can also convey some ideas, the same idea as with mixing second and third. So if I hadn't bought that expensive phone, I wouldn't still have had some money left. However, one more thing I need you both to realize is that ongoing present state and an occurrence in the past is always used to stress present circumstances. Okay? So, for example, a very good sentence here to emphasize this is if you weren't so gullible, you wouldn't have paid so much for that carpet. All right? So, just be very careful when you are going through the conditionals. So, just to review before I finish off, the activities that I like you to complete are activity 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. And with the collocations, 11 and 12. So that is something that I want you to complete for as soon as possible and to send it to the following email. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so it is Donnelly. So that's Donnelly, small letters, small L for Liam, 20 at email.ulster.ac.uk. Okay. All right. Hopefully you can see that okay. All right. It is a little bit long, okay? But remember with this is not a 1, it is an L, okay? L for Liam. All right. So on that note, I will just stop there, okay? And please stay tuned for Wednesday while I will have the next short video up detailing the activities and the important things that you need to look at, okay? And if you have any questions, please email me and contact me whenever you can. All right? Have a good day and I'll speak to you soon, okay? Bye!